Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola have been neck and neck throughout the past years, as Liverpool and Manchester City, for the most part, have been the main two title challengers in England. They have been leading the two best teams of the late 2010s, and they have done it by bringing in tactics that are very solid and being able to build great relationships with their players. So how do their tactics differ from each other, and how have they been able to build such flourishing tactical systems? Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp both use a 4-3-3 system. However, they work very differently from each other. Firstly, Guardiola uses a tactical system called the Tiki-Taka system. In the Tiki-Taka system, teams want to hold on to possession at all times, as they want to slowly build up the pitch. Players will constantly rotate positionally, as Tiki-Taka relies on positionless football, as every player is needed to fill in for other positions when necessary. Tiki-Taka also explains how these teams play in the final third, as they will rarely take outside of the box shots, as they look to always take shots inside the box and around the penalty spot if possible, as players will always look to pass first. Out of possession, the Tiki-Taka system has its players pressing with lots of intensity, as the teams desire possession, so they will press hard as possible to ensure that they can get possession back. Jurgen Klopp uses a 4-3-3 system as well, but he utilizes the Gegenpressing system. The main difference between the Gegenpressing system and the Tiki-Taka system is that Gegenpressing teams do not need possession to be successful. Teams that utilize this system have a main focus of pressing the opposition high up the pitch and strategically. Their main attacking focus comes from counterattacks when they win possession wherever they are on the pitch. You see this with Liverpool, as they have one of the best counter-attacking teams in the world under Klopp. Usually the gegenpressing system involves a very direct style of play looking to get the ball up the pitch as quickly as possible, and Liverpool does this sometimes under Klopp. However, over the years, Klopp has tweaked his gegenpressing system to give his players time to recover stamina before they need to press. He has developed a new system that when given the opportunity, he wants them to lower the tempo, pass it slowly up the pitch, and look to pass through the opposition to score goals. When given the opportunity, they will counter, as they are very effective doing it. However, he wants his side at times to hold onto possession. The main difference in their tactics is how they approach the final third. If you look at Guardiola's tactics in the final third, they can set up in two ways. One main way they set up in is a 2-3-5. In this 2-3-5, the two in the back are of course their two center halves. The three in midfield involve their two fullbacks that play as midfielders, and the other player is a defensive midfielder. These three players give their front five passing options to constantly hold on to possession, and with their fullbacks being in these positions, they are better suited to stop counterattacks. The front five involves their two wingers staying in the wider areas, with their two central midfielders pushing into the inside spaces on the edge of the box, and the striker will be in the middle, but will need to drop deep at points. Therefore, to score goals, the midfielders will run into the space behind the defenders, and in those spaces, look to score from there. Or the wingers will run at defenders and cut inside to score. Or the wingers will play balls back into the box for the midfielders or the striker to score the chances. Guardiola wants his teams to utilize the entire width of the pitch, and they do so very well. The other way Guardiola sets up is slightly different than before, as only one thing changes, as they will play a 3-2-5 in the attacking third. Sometimes instead of joining the midfield, Kyle Walker as right back will form a back three, as this will happen more when City are leading in matches. These tactics differ from Klopp's in the final third, as Klopp does not utilize his midfielders as runners. Klopp will strictly use a 2-3-5 setup in the attacking phase of the match. The two players back will of course be their center halves, while the three in midfield would be Klopp's three midfielders. The five attacking players involve the two attacking fullbacks, as they will usually be the wide players, with the wingers playing inside next to the striker. However, this season Klopp has switched the right side to allow for Salah, Henderson, and Alexander-Arnold on the right side of the pitch to switch positions when necessary to get Trent Alexander-Arnold in better positions. These final third tactics have led to Klopp having his fullbacks have loads of assist. These two managers may have a slight difference in their tactics, but they have both had incredible manager careers and will be regarded as one of the best managers of all time.